Hello, everyone. Welcome to part two of this series of 5.5 years. I think in the first part, you guys got the gist. I had my wife here of almost 30 years pass away, and moving on now to what I consider the good stuff. It's still bad when I went to Kamala. Yes and no. I mean, it started getting better. Like I'd said before, it's never going to go away. It's going to be it's going to be always there. So if you're watching this and you're going, oh yeah, it's all going to go away, no. Do you learn how to accept it and deal with it? Yes. So that's a good up note. So anyway, so I said, okay, and packed up 2 bags and a suit and a backpack and flew into Kamala and looked around. I think I hit this in the first part. Loved what I saw and said, okay. Came back, did the thing with me waking up all the time, and got a flight back. Same thing, 2 bags and a backpack, and I've been here ever since. That was 5.5 years ago. Spent almost 8 months in Kamala. Had no idea. My whole life, I'd never really budgeted. I had my wife took care of everything. I just gave her. My checks went to her. I had money. Never had to balance a checkbook. Never had to do anything. I was lucky, I guess, in life. So when I got there, I'm going, okay, this is how much I'm bringing in. And I was bringing in about between 3 and 3,200 a month U.S. 105, right around 100,000 baht. So I said, okay. I had rented a room or a house when I was there, but not until January 1st. A little house, 1 bedroom, unheard of price, including water, internet, and the rent and everything, 10,000 baht. Just unheard of for Phuket. And this was before the pandemic. So I got here and said, okay, now what am I going to do? I'm in Kamala. I don't have a place to stay. I found this, what they called a service apartment. It was a hotel type thing. And I rented that for almost a month and a half, month and 3/4. And rented that and started looking around. So I ended up looking for a PCX is what I was looking for. I knew what kind of scooter I wanted to get. And I found one. A French guy owned, had all the paperwork on it, had been meticulously taken care of. And I headed out, met him, and we went down. He went with me to the place. I got the paperwork that I needed. In case you're interested in it, you need to verify your address. Now, I was only here on a tourist visa. So back in that day, 4.5 years ago, people were telling me you cannot get a bank account, you cannot get, you can't buy anything, you can't buy a scooter, you can't do this, you can't do that, can't. And I said, oh, I'm going to go find out for myself. So I went to the bank. They told me what I needed, and to buy this scooter I needed. And for one other thing, I got 3 of them when I went to immigration. And what it is a piece of paper verifying where you live. So all I did was verify it with the service apartment, said this is my address here in Thailand. I believe they signed off on it, I think. And whatever information I needed to put on there, I got a bank account that day, and then went and met up with him. He took me over to what I'm going to call registration, whatever it's called in your country, where you can change ownership and all that. He walked me through everything, signed everything. Thank God he went with me, because if I would have had to do it on my own, it would have never happened. And I got the bike. Then I put a back box on it, top box, and started traveling around Phuket. But I was really weird. I went down to the bank and I said, okay, this is what I think I'm going to need. Now, this is beyond paying for my rent and every utilities and everything that I need to pay for. Just my daily expenses, food, cigarettes, that. I said, 1,200 baht ought to be enough. So I got 1,200 baht, and I broke it down. I went to the bank and said, can you give me this many 100s, this many 50s, this many 20s? And I broke it into little batches of 1,200 baht a day. Said, okay, I don't have to worry about a budget. I just take this. When that's gone, my day's over. Well, after the first day, I think I spent 400 or something on food, cigarettes, and everything, or 500 maybe. I had like 600 baht left, or 700 baht. So I go, okay, I'll just stick this over here, and I'll save it, and when I'm short on a day, I'll, go back and forth. So needless to say, I was always never short. So I saved that money. Finally came down to, I think what I gave myself was 600 baht or 500 baht a day, and then I had reserves there. And what I tried to do was travel 2 to 3 times a month, little 2 and 3 day jaunts down to 4 and 5 star hotels. I had enough money to do that. Took the scooter, went down by myself, went to the PP Islands, went here, went there, went all over. Had a good time, relaxed. I didn't come to Thailand to go look for a woman. No, I got to have a woman. I just wanted my brain to I just wanted to stop being depressed and try to relax a little bit and try to enjoy what little life I figured I had left. So I did that and still had plenty of money. So what I'm getting at is when you're coming here, even today, even after the pandemic, even after everything, I still think that magic number, if you're a single guy, I can only speak for pretty much a guy, from America, if you've got Social Security and you're getting above 2,000 a month and you didn't plan and you don't have another pension and you don't have anything like that, I think you're okay. I did a little short video. It's not the greatest in the world, but you can go on the channel and look at, I think, 1,850 something, because that's what I started with back in the day on my Social Security. I have 2 other retirements besides that. You can live here in Thailand. You're going to be able to. I think even in there, I put in a little bit of traveling and some other things. You'll see the numbers in there, but I think anything between 2 and 25 would be ideal. But anything right in that realm, you can live in Thailand. So met a couple of people. Met a good gentleman and his Thai wife. At the time, I call her his Thai wife, but I think they were boyfriend girlfriend then. But anyway, really good people. Owned a coffee shop. Started going there every morning, having my coffee, having breakfast, having lunch, having a smoothie, and then going back home. Like I said, I didn't stay out after dark for the 8 months, maybe twice, and went and met up with Rob, actually, both those times. And met a couple other people, did some stuff, lawn bowling. Who the hell knew I would lawn bowl? But there's a bunch of stuff to do. People are nice Thai people too, not just the Farang, not just the people you're going to meet, but the women are nice. They'll let you know. I mean, you can tell right off the bat whether they have any kind of interest in you or not. They're always going to be nice. It's just against their life to be standoffish and shitty to somebody. It just isn't in them. Most of them. Okay. So then I met and saw Nitnoy, had come to visit them, and I said, "Wow, she's nice. I'd like to." Oh, you're too old for her. You're an old bastard. You're too old for her. So I don't want to get married. I just want women, just someone to talk to. This one was my best friend. I enjoyed and confided in her everything in my life. And I said, I just want to, okay, all right. So we got line and did that. And from the very first time, we talked online for about 3 months, I think. We hit it off from the very beginning until the wee hours of the morning and this kind of thing. And it just, I think I was about 6 months there. And went and saw her in in Krabi. No, did I go Krabi? No, I went to Surin. Came here. She stayed with her mom and dad. I stayed in a hotel. She came over in the morning before she went to work. I came for a week. No, nothing, just talking. And she would come over to eat breakfast because I had free breakfast with the hotel. She would go to work. She came over after work. We'd hang out. We'd go eat dinner. She would go home. I would go back to bed. On the weekends, we spent the whole day together. And then I flew back. I flew back home to Kamala. And then I went to Krabi, and then we met her mom and dad, and the children. And like I said, I missed one part of it. When I got to the airport, it shows me character and of my wife and the kind of person she is. So I wanna share that with you. The lady that she was friends with in Camelot, she was friends for 5 years, but only on Facebook. So they'd only met 2 or 3 times over the years, and they were just really good friends on Facebook. And she had told me this lady's never been married and she has no children. Okay. So when I flew in, she came with her, she picked me up in her truck with her best friend, made her feel secure. And I looked at her in person and she was stunning to me. She's a beautiful person and a beautiful woman. And she drove me and she dropped me off at the hotel. She said, "Can I come up for a minute?" And I said, "Sure." And she was like a little nervous and stuff. And I'm going, "Wow, what's up, you know?" So we go into the room, sits down. She said, "I want to tell you something." She said, "I have been married. I have 2 children, and they're 14 and 16 and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, almost like, and I don't, if you throw me out, it's okay, you know." And I'm going, "Why would I throw you out?" I guess a lot of people don't want. Now, would I have thought about it more if she had a 6-month-old, you know, with diapers and stuff? Yeah, probably wouldn't have been ideal. And my light went out. But let me see if I can get it back on. No, it looks like that's it. Let me plug in this one and see if we get a little bit. There we go. That'll have to be good enough for now. She was expecting me to bolt, and like I said, maybe a little tiny toddler or something. Maybe I would have thought like her children or my children now. That when we got married, they became my blood, just the way that I was brought up, and they're my children now. But great children too, so I got lucky. So she was really nervous, thought I was going to throw her out and say, "Go away," and all this. And needless to say, we hit it off and went back. I went to Krabi twice with her and her family. She had family vacation planned with her mom and dad and the kids, and I just kind of rode in, got an extra room, and we were together after that point. I don't know how long I've been rambling. This is all guesswork. I'm going to try to keep them around 15 minutes. I'll take this one just a little bit further. So we had met and knew that it was something that was special. It wasn't just a little fling or anything like that. I knew it, and I guess she knew it too. So when we came back, I was still, you know, talking to her, and I said, I'd like to, you know, I'd like to spend more time with you. She said, "Well, I work and I live in Surin," and I said, "I'd be willing to move to Surin if you are game for doing that." And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Okay." So I said, "Why don't you start looking for a house and see what you come up with, and I'll come there." So I think I'll end it right there for a minute, and then when I come back for part 3, we'll go over what kind of budget and stuff that I had, what my electric bills were, what everything I needed to actually have a home with my wife. The kids were only there. They were in a private school in Bangkok. We'll go into that part of it, and we'll go into more about my awesome wife. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Hope everybody has a great morning, afternoon, or evening. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. It doesn't cost anything. We have fun. Hopefully I can get through to some people that think that their life is over because they lost their significant others and it's not true, man. If you would have told me back then, I would have called you a bald-faced liar. But you can see I'm a happy man. God bless Thailand. Got to love Thailand. Everybody have a great one, and I'll catch you on the next one.